Hello! My name is Sinai.
My name's Miranda.
My name's Mateo.
My name's Tanya.
And today we're going to be presenting to you guys the similarities and differences between the French Revolution, which was in the 1700s, and the Mexican Revolution in the 1800s.
So here we have a map that represents the Revolution of France between 1789 to 1799. The red margin represents the French frontier in 1789, which is over there. And then the French frontier in 1799 is the green, which is mostly all of France right there.
Okay, so the orange represents areas annexed by France, which is this little area on top of France. The yellow area, which is this little piece right here, represents areas occupied by France, and the pink, which is most of this map, represents states set up by France, and the purple, which is right here in the pink, represents the Venetian territory given to Austria by France.
This is the amount of deaths of military people in France from 1791 to 1871. Here we have around 270 people died from here and here. And more people died here than they did here.
So the French Revolution, in France, the French Revolution obviously killed a lot of people in France. As you can see, from 1700s to roughly around 1800s, it was the most death rates. For example, in 1800s, the death rate goes up by a lot. So that.
Okay. French had three estates. There was the first estate, the second estate, and the third estate. The first estate consisted of the Roman clergy. They made up not a lot of the population. And then the second estate, it consisted of the nobles, and they owned 2% of the population and 20% of all the land. And then the third estate consisted of the bourgeoisie. They were wealthy merchants and skilled workers. The second were the city workers. They were poorly paid, and they and the last one was the peasants, and they took up 80% of the population, and they had little rights and paid half of their income to taxes. And now I pronounce you Marie and Louis Antoinette, forever married. Thank you. Thou shalt take you to Paris. Latch.
You have not to pass sentence for or against a single man, but you may take a resolution on a question for a public safety and decide a question of national foresight. It is with regret that a pronounce of a fatal truth. Louis ought to perish, rather 100,000 victorious citizens. Louis must die that countryman may live. I'll demand liberty, equality, and no war.
War! 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 War!
Latch. I want war.
Come get her!
Latch!
Get church! Now we're going going to be presenting to you guys the charts and the graphs and the map of the Mexican Revolution.
So here we have a map of Mexico and the major battles of the Mexican Revolution. Here you have Ciudad Juarez, Torreon, Zacatecas, Leon, Celia, and Veracruz.
So there was three social structures. There was the whites of European heritage, and that took up 18% of the population. And then there was the mestizos, which took up 32% of the population. And then at the bottom were the indigenous Indians, and they took up 49% of the population. And right there, it says that there are 8.5 million Indian people, 5.5 million mestizo, 3.2 million Europeans, and 1.1 million Africans. In total was 18.2 million people.
And that was the whole population in the Mexican society during this time period during the Mexican Revolution.
Here's the Mexican Revolution deaths from around 1905 to 1920. We had, this is by millions, so like 13 million,
14 million and so on.
and so on people died.
And by 1921, as you can see in this graph, the excess deaths increases by a lot, and by 1921 there was about 1.4 million excess deaths. What we'll be talking about is the Declaration of Right of Man and Citizen. This document was written during the French Revolution in 1789, and it was mostly influenced by the Enlightenment and its ideas.
This document was written and mostly relies on the natural rights and also is influenced by the ideas of equality and liberty. It also made people from the three estates come together as one and contains 17 articles that represent the rights of man and citizens.
Long live Our Lady of Guadalupe, death to bad government, death to the Gachayupans. I declare revolution against the Spanish.
Execute!
The French Revolution is similar to the Black Lives Matter movement today because it is fighting for equality and against racism. And also, during the French Revolution, Robespierre was fighting for equality as well.
Okay, one of the main similarities between the French Revolution in the 1700s and the Mexican Revolution in the 1800s is that the fact that they both wanted to get rid of the monarchy.
In France, they wanted to kill the king due to high taxes and prices.
The difference is that the leader in French were considered kings, while in the Mexican, the ruler was the priest Miguel Hidalgo, which led Mexico to its independence.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Merci.
Je vous remercie.